My name is Muhammad Hamza Jalil Albasit, and I'm not an Indian. Though many people say that I look like Zero Mustafa from the Grand Budapest Hotel, or the hero from Slumdog Millionaire, I'm not an Indian, but a Pakistani. And yes, I do not hate you all for saying that I look like an Indian actor, because a typical Pakistani actor looks like this. Just a week ago, I was skiing at this ski resort in Norway when a 6-7-year-old Norwegian kid, probably thinking that I'm a Norwegian tourist having vacations here, stopped beside me, and showing her gratitude, she put her hands together and said, "Namaste." And I did not like that. Not one bit. I would have loved to give her an explanation about whom and from where I am, but before I could utter a word, she skied past me like a breeze, and I stumbled to the ground, courtesy my poor skiing skills. And as I stayed there on the ground, looking at the beautiful horizon, I questioned myself, why not? Or why yes? And that was the moment when I came up with the topic of this TED Talk: how can fishing industry solve the India-Pakistan conflict? And I would have planned my whole presentation there, lying on the snow, in the cold, if my Indian courier wouldn't have helped me out to get me up on my feet by offering me his hand. The truth is that we people are very alike. 3 days ago, my host parent, who's an Indian as well, made this nice Indian spicy chicken curry and invited us for dinner. An Armenian friend already backed out when she got to hear that spicy food was on the menu. And the others spent the rest of their time having dessert after just having a few bites of that spicy curry. So eventually, in the end, it was just I and my Indian house parent finishing up the whole bowl. And we absolutely loved it. Not only that, our language is also very similar. Just yesterday, I and another Indian courier of mine were gossiping about the people present during dinner around us, saying things like, "Sabke sab yahan ullu ke patte hain," which, according to one of the people on the dinner, on the table, sounded very sweet, where it actually means everyone around here are kids of owls. So A, we love to gossip, and B, we love to gossip in Urdu or Hindi because people think that we sound sweet, which we are not. Moving on, we have the same culture as well. Our weddings are way more colorful than those boring Western ones, and we have the same equal amount of passion for sports like cricket and hockey. But despite of all these similarities, there always has been this tense political situation between India and Pakistan. This political situation got even worse last year when the Prime Minister of India, Narendra Modi, made a surprise visit to Pakistan to meet the Pakistani Prime Minister to wish him happy birthday. The situation got worse to such an extent that the two Prime Ministers ended up having an intense political debate when the Pakistani Prime Minister said, "Oh, so you have finally come?" And the Indian Prime Minister replied, "Yes, absolutely, I'm here." Moving on, in the past there have been events where where Indian actors or artists have come to Pakistan to perform there, and similarly, there have been events where Pakistani actors, not this one though, but a bit sexier, have gone to India to perform. Just recently, there has been this big craze in India regarding Pakistani television series, as many Indian families have started wasting their time in watching and liking them. Similarly, there's always been a craze in Pakistan for Bollywood, because people are just naturally fond of Bollywood, I guess. For instance, a 5-year-old kid in Pakistan would most likely know the full lyrics of a Bollywood song than, quite unfortunately, knowing the national anthem of the country. On the other hand, our parents have the equal amount of passion for forcing their kids to study similar areas of studies like engineering or medicine. When I, discussing this with my Indian friend, told that how I like directing theatre plays and my parents like directing my life, wanting me to study engineering, I was quite surprised and, to be honest, very happy to know that his parents want him to study something which he doesn't like as well. I mean, it's quite reassuring to know that you're not the only one being oppressed by parents. There's always an Indian kid being oppressed as well. So, the reason why I'm doing this TED Talk is not to make you guys laugh, actually it is, but to show you all how similar we, Indians and Pakistanis, are. And to be honest, when I see the India-Pakistan conflict making it to the list of the most horrible conflicts in the world, all I feel is that this conflict is nothing but a bit overrated. So let's go back to the question. Let's go back to how can fishing industry solve the India-Pakistan conflict? So ask me, how can fishing industry solve the India-Pakistan conflict? I have no idea. I have no idea how can fishing industry solve the India-Pakistan conflict. In fact, I just chose this title because I wanted it to seem interesting to you all. I don't know how fishing industry or trade or fashion or any other industry can solve the India-Pakistan conflict. But I do know what can. So I'm going to take one step forward and share an idea worth spreading. For 2 years, I've been a student at one of the United World Colleges, a college whose mission statement is to make education a force to unite people, nations, and culture for peace and sustainable future. Being in this culturally mixed environment, I have learned that these conflicts are not something very personal, but indeed very political. For instance, when I'm in any trouble, going to the emotional part, my friends from all across the globe, Norway, Lesotho, even India, are there to help me out. And it's not because I'm a Muslim or because I share the same political opinions as them. It might be because I'm irresistibly hot. But what it actually is something that goes beyond religion, nationality, color, or race. My co-heir from the Pakistani side of Kashmir is best friends with an Indian. And when I see my co-heir hanging out and being happy, all I feel is that whatever I've heard from my media is nothing but a lie. So, wait, I'm getting emotional here. Yeah, it's nothing but a lie. So this talk is for the people back home. It's for those Indians as well, and for all those people who believe that this conflict can never be resolved. I've experienced hospitality from the people of the nation I thought was very hostile. I've started to believe that though war seems inevitable sometimes, or to some, the only solution, our similarities, the state of being human, will always overcome war eventually. I want you to believe that too. And if we all start believing like that, maybe there's still hope for the world. Yay. Now, you might all be thinking, give this man a Nobel Prize already, or cut the emotional crap out, Hamza. But to be honest, as far as the upcoming Cricket World Cup is concerned, I really hope Pakistan kicks India's ass. Thank you.